Monster Train rolls on. It's a combo that I'm yet to win with at any Covenant level, and we're trying Covenant 6 with Remnant Awoken. So we've got a Seraph that's tempering strength, that's all good. We've got Tombs and a Votavary. So we've not got a lot of damage really. We've got the stings, but I'm not sure about this. Although stings get plus 20 magic power. It's not our main clan, but could work out. Harvest plus 5. Put Tombs in front of him to begin with. I suppose at some point I've got to take this Accumulator Flicker, see if he's any good. Tombs and Dregs in front. Could work out. So definitely want Flicker on the bottom line, I think. And so, yeah, some of them sneak through, but that's fine, we can live with that. Now, Dreg down here, it's going to die this turn. They're all going to die this turn, that's fine, I think. Train Steward up top. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, they didn't actually survive. I was kind of hoping the Dregs would survive long enough to deal some damage to more of those, but I suppose it's not terribly necessary. So 1 and 1. They both die. Boss comes in next turn, so Dreg will do a bit more damage. And a bit of a heal on the boss. There's no point giving him a big butt if we're not going to then heal him back up to full big buttness. $90 damage on the boss. So we put a tomb on the next floor and then the boss is just dead. Oh, we take 1 damage on the top floor, like that. Razor Sharp Edge could be good. But let's see what we get. So, more tombs? I mean, or do we reform the ones we've already got? Yeah, we might be able to make them bigger 2 or 3 times, and then gradually when they get bigger, they'll survive longer when the boss shows up. And then there's the Razor Sharp Edge I was thinking about, so I'll take it. The idea being the boss is getting a big butt anyway, so we can use some of that to turn it into attack. So what's the plan? 1 tomb at a time, with then another half decent creature? Does Flicker act as a tank for another creature? That's probably the way we go. Let's see what we got in the remnant units. I mean, another harvest trigger, but there's no damage there. Neither of these are the damage dealer I was hoping for, so Lady on another floor with a bunch of dregs. Because we're going to need some sort of damage on other floors, but is it dregs? Is it Lady with another burnout creature that I take further down. Awoken banner. We'll skip for now. Which means we don't really have a lot to do in this, because we've only got basic sort of creatures. We don't really want bigger butts on the tombs. Although, do we put spikes on the tombs? If we think they'll be sticking around for a bit in the boss fight, that could be a non-insignificant amount of damage. Although it's only 4 every hit they take, they're still probably not taking more than 2 or 3 hits per turn before they die. That's even with the extra reformed health. Probably not worth it. Let's just keep the money and move on. So that was just a bust. It's not a good sign. We can probably deal with extra health on these guys because we can just sting everything to death anyway. I think we'll just play everything down here. Yeah, that looks kind of acceptable. Sting would have been nice. We'll just play out some chumps up there, I think. Yeah, that voice fairy can be handy, I guess. Form a tomb, although it's going to pop this turn because it's only got 1 burnout on it. But we'll pop it there, and that suddenly means that top line's cleared. And then what are we drawing next hand? So 2 dregs, which means I can afford a 1 space creature there. Could use some big heals though for Flicker. Oh, you've got sweep. What a pain. $40 damage. 72 damage, that's a bit better. Ah, snuck up to the top floor. Pain in the bumhole. There's no point bringing you back because you've got burnout. So bring you back 14 times 3. Train Steward's got how much health? Can't see now because I've got this menu in the way. Let's bring back Entombed. It's 45 damage. Got through that with the skin of our teeth. But we got the unit draft, lovely. None of that's really what I'm looking for. And none of that's the big heal that I was hoping for. A bit of direct damage for the back line might be nice. Animus of Will standing behind Flicker. Could be promising, especially if we can upgrade at the shop, which we don't have just yet. Definitely got nothing to duplicate. We need help. Extinguish abilities triggering an additional time is better than nothing, I suppose. Oh, I should have gone to the cavern first before picking up the health. We'll take the stave. Because now we've got 3 blight cards in the deck. Yeah, we've got 1 dead weight. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Damage shield. So we play Flicker, we play this Animus behind, and then what? We play a Dreg in front. So Flicker takes the bomb. Nothing really actually dies either. What if we set up top floor? Give us a bit more time. Don't know how much difference it'll make, but might allow us to find a tomb at least. Stings on the boss are probably useful here. Let's get both those tombs out just so that we've got some reform targets. More capacity would be nice. Should have probably thrown away a train steward on the bottom floor on that last one, but I didn't. Now let's see. So nothing's actually died on this top floor yet, really. Let's bring back a tomb and... We'll pop it there. It's fine. So let's see, so we took damage from the bomb on Flicker, which is mildly annoying. Yeah, you need some damage. Could kill you, but I'd rather kill you on the top floor. That'll do. Right, so let's see what we can do with everything. We can bring back a tomb. And I think we will put some more attack on you. So you're both dead, lovely. You're practically dead next turn, but we'll just make sure. And drag up there just cuz. Oh yeah, but you're still dead on this floor, that's fine. It's all good. Stings. I mean, you're both dying anyway. Yeah, I feel like I've misplayed this whole fight. And this whole run so far, to be honest, but we'll see how it goes. 339, so again we got close. Burnout 3. I mean, that should now be enough, because that's 70 damage when you explode. So yeah, if we can buff that Animus at will, then she will deal decent damage. Is it too early for spreading spores? I don't think so, given how nothing the deck currently is. Spreading spores, get regen spikes on my Flicker. Where's the next magic shot? Right there. And then there. Where's the next merchant steel? If I don't go for one this time, It's down there, so I might take spreading spores anyway. Now, we haven't got big heals, we just don't need another tank right now, I don't think. We're going to need draw, because we're going to make the spreading spores cheaper, and then we're just going to keep drawing into it. Now, it would have been useful to take the thing from there, the spikes +1. But we didn't know that at the time, so that's fine. Now, a battlestone would have been nice. You've already got multi-strike 3, so battlestone lets me put a few razor sharp edges on you, which is always good. But we'll take a strength stone whilst it's there. She haven't got no other creatures for the multi-strike. So 13 times 3. 39. Goes up to 52 with a multi-strike. Whereas if I get a battlestone, goes up to 18 times 3, which is 54, and you've got more health, so I can... Didn't get one. Although, a large stone. We could say farewell to the tombs, push them down onto the lower floor, and then have 28 times 3. Sat behind Flicker, I think I've got to, really. So it's just a case of keeping Flicker alive in the first few turns, whilst I start to build up my regen. And generally weakening enemies on lower floors so that I can pop them when they get to the top nice and easily. I could remove one of the Vengeful Shards. I'd still get the benefit of the extra Ember, because I've got that dead weight hanging around. So we'll do that. And then you're probably not going to be anything I desperately need. Form's not terribly useful, the extra but to begin with is. So we'll take that. We'll see what we can do in this fight. +6 to everything. Eh. So let's go with this top floor setup again. Seems pretty cool. Although if any entombed explosives are going to one-shot these guys now. And they're all coming up to my floor next. Can I deal with that many on the top floor? Or am I best off taking out the front liner? Yeah, I shouldn't mess around. Now then, trained steward can sit there. So you're both dying, that's good. But you're dealing a fair amount of damage, so let's take you out of the picture. And you won't actually die, but you'll be weakened, which is what I want. Now let's see. So we got the stings when I wanted them, which is lovely. So yeah, his butt's getting pretty big already. I underestimated how sizable it could get. But there you have it. That turn's basically just getting crap out of the deck. And now I've got all the cards. which is very nice. So you'll lose an 8. But if we raise a sharp edge Animus, now suddenly everything that could damage the pyre is dying. But not everything is dying. Now it is. And then let's sting you a bit and a bit more, just because that'll soften you up for when you get to the top floor now. Take you out for the reduction in damage on flicker. And we'll get some more regen on the go. Yeah, this run's gradually coming into its own, I think. And what are you going to do? You're going to add self-mutilation when you slay things. Eh. Could probably live with that. Could have reformed a tomb there and dealt 70 damage, but it turns out it's not necessary because we've already got the kill. So we wanted the magic shop next, didn't we? And we've got plenty of gold to spend in it. Deck's beginning to find its focus now, which means I probably won't be adding too many more cards. Big heal's less useful now. We've got the spreading spores. Bramble Ash potentially useful, but we just want more spreading spores. So ideally we want cost reduction and then a second cost reduction. You nearly always get cost reduction. You might always get it actually. I'm not sure. Holdover. It's dangerous to put on the spreading spores. But you can put it on a sting. And then you've got 25 damage every turn. And it offsets the fact that it comes back to your hand by drawing you another card anyway. But then... Nothing here really needs holdover, I don't think. There's nothing that says, yes, I need to get this every turn. But there's our cheap spreading spores, lovely. Now then, plus 10 magic power. I'm always playing the stings, but then that's directed damage. I'd rather have 13 damage that I can aim where I like than 35 damage to the front line, I think. Do we want the doors or the hook? There's going to be times in later fights, particularly on the early floors, where there's just too much damage and I can't delete it all. That's where the steel pulley claw comes in handy. I mean, so does the trapdoor really, because it can bop them back down to the ground floor, so we've got more time to set up, but I'd rather deal with them in a more aggressive fashion. Oh, I could have removed some train stewards, got so much spare gold. Non-boss enemy unit, spikes 4. That's not great for the Animus of Will, but look how much health she's got. And I really only care about my top floor. Flicker's only hitting things once, so he's not going to take huge amounts of damage. It's a random artifact. I do like artifacts. Right, straightforward setup on the top. Get those spreading spores on the go already. Lovely. And any old crap can be played just to get it out of the deck. Take out the collector there, because we can. What are you doing? You're getting 10 when you harvest, but we don't mind that too much. Do we mind that too much? I don't think we mind that too much. So there's one of our razor sharp edges. That boosts the animus significantly. Yeah, that'll do. I just really want everything removed from the deck that's not spreading spores. "12 damage because of the spikes, yeah. Makes sense. So we'll pop some more regen on you. And there we go. We're starting to get back into the spores. This is good. Because we need to start building up that regen. And you can have some extra armour. It's not really going to make a lot of difference, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, the only trouble we've got is you are hitting like 8 times in a row without striking back. But that's where the regen comes in. And it's beginning to pile up now. At least we can use up some of your stealth. Although it uses up anyway when you go up to the floor, but there you go. And actually, yeah, we'll bring back a tomb just for the funsies. 70 damage. Can't argue with it. Do we want to Vine Grasp one of the back line? Don't need to, because they're only going to hit once against Flicker and then they're dead. But let's be on the safe side. And those fairies actually been pretty useful in terms of the cards it's drawn. Because it's let me do messed up stuff like this. Whoops. Yeah, once you get past the stealth, that boss is nothing. Makes my regen a little bit better, my sting's a little bit better. Can't argue. Do we want more stings? I suppose they lead to more card draw, and they are a bunch of damage. But then I'm going to be regularly hitting the 10 card limit on my deck, probably. Let's do it. It's silver. Now, we really want removals. This deck is bloated with unnecessary stuff like Train Stewards and Dregs. Wildwood Tome. Quick saves, a lot of damage on the top floor. So we'll take it. Maybe we'll make it cheaper as well. Let's see what's going on. 20 magic pound, consume, holdover. We've already been through why we don't really need holdover. Make a razor sharp edge cheaper, can't hurt probably. Let's remember to actually purge some things from the deck at this point as well. Do Do we really want to re-roll the shop? Is there anything we're desperately in need of? Probably not. On to Fel. Spell shield by the look of it. Doesn't really affect the stings too much because we can still play them to get the card draw effect, and that's the main benefit of the things. By setting up on the top floor though, we do run into the possibility that Fel's going to follow a group all the way up and give them armour every time, which can be annoying. But at least by the time the enemies get here, the Alabaster Guardian's already gone. Sweet. So yeah, we don't really want to kill anything on these floors, don't think. So yeah, we'll just hit Fel. Now if she'd come up there and given them a total of 20 armour, this could have been a bit different, but luckily she chose to go down and we got the razor sharp edge, so all is well. Yeah, soften you up a bit. Not that softening up is really necessary at this stage. And let's add some more. I should have played that on another floor at least. My bad. And I've done it again. What a big Egypt. Doesn't matter if I do it to him because it offsets. And now that she's quick, nothing's really hitting Flicker, so he's getting big and fat. See, you're dead, you're not, because of all that extra armour. Curious. Now everything's dead. Can we keep it that way if we keep playing Spreading Spores? No. Now we can again. Anything else we want to play on the top floor? Probably not. Although we could knock off 6 of the damage that's being dealt this turn by pinging you. And now you're definitely ultra dead. For a Reform Entombed Explosive, it's actually going to kill that frontliner since I stung them. So we'll just play a Dread, it's fine. Eight, 5. Yeah, we're drawing a full hand now. We've got too many stings. And too many Votivaries. And I really should just play that somewhere. Whoop. Lovely, just to consume it. Yeah, we've got more restores than we need at this point. So definitely start with all the Spreading Spores, because that's a no-brainer. You're only taking 73 damage. No, you're not. Soften you up as well. And that's probably soft enough. So, spores upon spores. Lovely. May as well kill you guys now you've made it to the top. Are you looking for health? You're looking fine. This is all going well. How many spikes have we got anyway? 18. 12 regen. That's all pretty good. So any damage you deal this turn is just going to be regen through anyway. And that's probably been the case for much of the fight, so I had nothing to worry about. But I've been worried anyway, because anyone who's been watching the recent vids will know that I sometimes miss details that turn out to be quite important. It's part of the LP tax that you always pay when you play games for an audience. Yeah, I should probably also be playing those extra bits of regen on Flicker, but I had a feeling it wasn't going to matter. Got to play the shard though, didn't I? Took 1 damage. Lost my flawless score bonus. If there is one. Yeah, well, yeah, I lost 2% score. Boo. Cycle of Life could be good. It's just more of what I'm already doing, concentrated into 1 card, and most of my deck that I care about is free. So, yeah. We don't need extra capacity, do we? We've got no reason to really be putting tombs on the top floor or anything like that. We don't need extra draw if we're already drawing like 5 cards most turns. But do we need extra Ember? I'm shrugging right now for the benefit of those of you that aren't watching me in my living room right now. Let's go for the Ember. Removal is probably top priority. Duplicating extra spreading spores would be fun though. But I don't get the opportunity to do that anytime soon. I think I'll... Duplicate's priority, I think. Get out, dregs. Not duplicate, even removal's priority. Have I got any units that need buffing? No. That's fine. Although I've still got cards that I want out of the deck. With the addition of Preserved Thorns, I probably don't need Votavary, but I have got 1 iron making it gold, so maybe we'll hang on to that for now. Let's see what's going on in the caverns. Purge a card, gain a card. Don't really need that reform in the deck at this point. Gain a random awoken card. It's probably more use to us. Nah, that would make capacity useful. But we've just gone past it, haven't we? And I wasn't going to take it on the off chance that we got a shard channeler at some point this late in the run. So I stand by my decision and we'll skip that. We've just basically removed the molded for free. And gained 10 gold actually, so we've been paid to remove a card. Harvest plus 20 and you get a big old butt. We still just don't need the other 2. So it's Big Man, Mark of Invasion. We'll be fine with that. So, top floor. Get you all nicely set up. Soften you up. Soften you up some more, I think. And then we'll start softening you up as well. So, That's that line basically cleared out because you're going to strike quickly anyway. I could start softening this line up a bit more. I don't want too many of these multi-strikers getting to the top. I might not get enough stings next turn. Although then again, I should have played that on the collector, shouldn't I? Because she's still got quick. She's not lost it at any point in the last 30 seconds since I last mentioned it. Bloody hell. What a palaver. Right, you can go though, because you want softening up a touch. That's a big flaw. Right, so you're all dead. 36, 36, 36. That's 72, 108. So you kill that, but then you strike. So you are taking a hit from that back line. Fine Grasp prevents that though. Another cycle, and Razor Sharp would also have prevented it, so that's fine. Don't really want to ping these little guys down, but I do want to get to the backliners. Not really built up much in the way of spreading spores so far. And here's a few. Another Razor Sharp's always nice. And let's think. That'll probably do. I didn't really need this steel polychlor it seems, but there you go. Maybe I'll just get rid of it now. Whoops. Everything up there dies horribly. 72. Look at how huge that arse is. Jeez. Right, just playing out everything pretty much. Yeah, I think we got this one in the bag. Spores upon spores. Card draw all over the shop. Regen all over the shop. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I think we'll have to mess up spectacularly to lose this run. I've said that before though, and then lost runs through my own incompetence. So let's see. Easy stuff. So it's Fel, it's Seraph the Temperate. Are we worried about Sap 3 and the occasional Sap? Of course we're not. Don't be silly. Do I get cocky and take intent on death just to make it gold? Maybe I do. Another Preserved Thorns? I'm already drawing like 10 cards a turn. That's madness. So is this how I win as a Remnant deck? I just basically turn it into an Awoken deck? Duping that spores. 2 of them in every cycle. It's going to explode. Shame I didn't get the spells getting an extra upgrade. But you can't have it all. Look how much gold. And none of this is stuff that I need, although... Oh no, Spreading Spores doesn't have Consume anymore, does it? I haven't got a lot of Consume in the deck, so I just don't need any of this. Probably just afford to drop that. And another one. Yeah, we'll drop all the restores. They're just sort of in the way, really. 18 cards should be good. Just see, didn't need anything from there, did I? I've got more than enough Ember every turn. Double stack, apply spikes 8. Probably can't hurt against Seraphs. Big old multi-hits. May as well make it cheaper because you never know. 10 magic power, that can go on Vine Grasp. Lovely, let's go and beat up Seraph. So is this generally the best sort of use for this version of Flicker? Just make them a big meaty tank in front of your DPS units. Seems to be the way to go. It's a pretty solid setup there on turn 1. Yeah, just keep dropping extra units off on this floor. I wouldn't mind that at all. Very, let's trigger its ability, draw some cards. Oh yeah, it triggers twice, doesn't it? Because that's why I'm drawing so many cards. I forgot about the Waxer Snuffer affecting this. I've forgotten about that throughout the entire run, but here we are. So we'll soften you up with an explosive. Don't want to take out stuff on other floors. So we'll leave it there, I think. Get a few swings on Seraph. Drop our other tomb and our other Votavary as well. You can go on this floor because that doesn't have anybody that's got harvest triggers. Now we'll draw some new cards. If you're playing 3 Spreading Spores and a Cycle of Life most turns, life is good for you. And then we'll just ping some of these out of the lineup in case they are dealing damage to our boy. Now we'll start softening up that line. Good thing we didn't get the cleansing buffs and debuffs, Seraph, although we could probably speed through it anyway with this much stuff. So you're all dying, but are you dying quickly enough for my liking? I mean, you've already got 14 regen. I can just focus on softening up, I think. That could be the line that requires a pulley claw. Just 2 160s in a row is rough. If I can reduce the front one to 120 and then claw it, it's no longer a problem. It's just a case of getting back to the claw when I've got this many Spreading Spores in the deck. But yeah, now you won't be a problem. That line as well, though, is looking big. And I've run out of stuff to play. There's the claw. So you can just bugger off. And now that floor's dead. 54. You need some real softening up happening. Again, we play that on the floor where there's no harvest triggers on the enemies. Loads more spores. Bit of damage on Flicker, which, let's see, was fully regenerated. Good stuff. Another 160, 160 floor. What a pain in the bag. Luckily nearly my entire deck is free, so that makes decision making a bit easier. Where are my stings? I'm running out of stings now, but I'm getting so much regen it's probably not an issue. But we'll soften you up anyway. Keep pumping you up. Because it doesn't matter how much Flicker gets sapped. Spikes will still do the same sort of damage. You're sneaking through, you cheeky get. Wow, this is disappointing. We took a hit. Not impressed with that. Actually might take a few more in these final swings, but we'll see. Let's keep getting those spikes on. Yep, like 3 more hits. Pretty sure it's fine. There you go. And ping and ping, that's a bit more damage at least. So, South reaches us and we've got 100 spikes and 60 regen. Yeah, I think we can believe that big red X next to Seraph over there. Seems likely that everything's going to die. I mean, look at that, 112 every... Yeah, 112 times 3 every time he swings. Kind of asked for that. 34 damage taken. We didn't take that much over the run as a whole though. So, what have we learned from this particular run? I guess we've learned don't give up even when the run just doesn't appeal to your tastes at the beginning. Keep going because you never know when there'll be a spreading spores around the corner. Yeah, and now we're up to Covenant 7. Basic enemies have additional Grr. And we've also gilded 3 more cards, 2 of which were pretty strong in the deck as a whole, one of which wasn't bad in conjunction with its artifact, but we didn't take full advantage of it. But I'm glad we got to use it a bit. Top floor enemies killed record, and we've now actually got something on Remnant Awoken, which is nice. See, I've got a few 5s filled in here and there. So next time it'll be Hellhorned plus probably one of these 3. And then following that it'll be Stygian Awoken, and then we'll be taking a break for a while. Thanks for sticking with me through all this though, and I will see you next time.